Hey guys, I was listening to a previous post that I had made and realized that I never did do a follow-up on that, and so I wanted to do a follow-up on that post. And the post had to do with the different generations and the differences and the way that we think and parent. And so, yeah, I thought about something else that I wanted to share. And I really would love to hear back some feedback from you on what you think. But what is it like for you when you get together with other parents who are either older, a lot older, or a lot younger than you? Okay, so think about that for a minute. So I noticed the other day when I was sitting with some parents who some of them were a little older than me, and the way that they were speaking of their children. And the interesting dynamic is that as you get older, I feel like you're not as stressed. You do take things a little bit more seriously in some respect, but you don't stress as much as some of the younger parents that I speak to. And let me give you some examples. Like, for example, maybe when I speak to some of the younger parents, they are really concerned about their children's extracurricular activities. Maybe they're consumed by them. I spoke to one parent who said, "Gosh, I'm so stressed because my child is in ballet, takes piano lessons, does gymnastics, and now wants to be in the choral kind of a choir club thing. And school hasn't even started, so maybe when school starts, they're going to want to join some clubs." Now, my first instinct was to say, wake up, don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Your child is not to be involved in 100 different activities to be happy and to be a well-rounded person, right? However, that is her parenting style. Yes, she was complaining about it, but that's what she wants to do with her child. And so who am I to tell her, right? But I did tell her, well, when my children were young, I made them choose one thing, and then I made them do one thing. So that was how I did it. I wanted to push them a little bit, but I also wanted them to do something they enjoyed. And for the most part, I stuck to that. I felt bad because with my oldest, actually my older two, I really pushed them into sports because they were boys, and I felt that was important for them to be involved in a sport. A lot of people feel that the competitive nature of sports and all that will help a child gain a little bit more confidence, a little bit more of a drive, if you will. It did not work with my kids at all. It did the total opposite. It really made them frustrated. They were bench warmers for the most part, and they were suffering and just really, really miserable. So we made them do it for a while, and then after a while, when we realized what was happening, we said, you know what, this is not worth it. And so we tried other things. But at least we did it. We tried. And so we can go back and say, well, we tried doing baseball. We tried doing soccer, whatnot, So it's not on us. And the sad part was I think our oldest was really good at soccer. He was a goalie, and he was really good at it. But he just didn't feel like sticking with it too long. So anyway, he did trumpet in band. And so anyway, it's just, I feel like it's just kind of a different way of thinking. I notice a lot of young mothers will post pictures of their babies as they're getting older, 1 month at a time. In my day, we would make appointments with photographer for maybe, every 3 to 6 months, at the most. We would take candid shots in between, but, to have those pictures. And the reason I think that's changed is because of social media. You got Facebook, you got Twitter, Instagram. And so moms feel that pressure from other parents to do that. And they have all kinds of really cute ideas. And I think it's great to have that, to go back and look. And I mean, I'm kind of envious of that, to be honest. But there's a lot of pressure being put on those parents. Now, I'm going to fast forward to someone who is a lot older than me. And I remember one of those parents telling me when my children were younger, saying, if your child wants to jump on the bed, let them. Worst case scenario, they'll fall and bump their head and, they'll learn not to do it again. And I thought, interesting way of looking at it. So I'm saying that every generation, but then on the other hand, they are more discipline oriented. So those parents that are a lot older and may even be grandparents as well, they just have a different way of looking at things and know, because of their experience and the way that they have seen other people parent, what mistakes you should avoid. And so that is a really good point I want to make, is that if you are blessed to have some friends who are older and wiser than you are, take advantage of it. Take advantage of their wisdom and really take to heart what they say to you, especially if there's someone that you love and trust. And, they have great kids who have gone on to some great things. You definitely need to listen to their advice. That's something that I can't stress enough, is that, it's like they say, it takes a village. Well, it's, you've got to listen too. You've got to take advantage of it. And if you're just set in your own ways and you're not willing to be flexible at all, then there's no growth involved there. So just as your children get older and they grow, you need to grow as well with them. And one day you're going to be the older and wiser parent telling somebody else, I remember when my child did that, and I don't make the same mistake I did. So anyway, not everyone is receptive to advice and words of wisdom, and that's okay too. But all you can do is try, and that's what I do. If the opportunity arises, I try to be an encouragement to others and try to give them a little, wisdom whenever, it's available. And so, yeah. And as like these posts, I hope that somebody gets something out of them, because I get a lot of it just kind of brainstorming as I do them. When I think about the things that I post, it makes me kind of look inward and look at my life and the way that I parent. So anyway, all of a sudden there's I live in a cul-de-sac. We never have traffic, and all of a sudden there's 3 or 4 cars driving by. I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, good luck on your journeys always, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.